Hi, welcome. Today's segment, we have the journey through the Crusades. Today, we found a special debate among the Christian, a Jew, and a Muslim. Let's watch this and see how they feel about others' opinions about the significance of Jerusalem.
Obviously, Jerusalem should be our home base, our homeland, because Christianity started in Jerusalem.
I don't know if you realize this, but Judaism started in Jerusalem. Therefore, it's our holiest city.
Yeah, well, it's mine.
It's mine, dude.
Dude,
Shut your mouth right now.
Mine.
It's mine. No, it's mine, because we need the trade and resources from Jerusalem. Shut up!
Next, we have the possible economic means for the Christians. Let's watch.
Crikey, it's a real Christian in a while. As you can see, he's boarding the ship to embark on a quest to the Holy Land. Most soldiers have nothing, so they must offer protection to pay. Interesting fact, the city he's leaving from, Genoa, is one of two major oceanic routes. The other being Venice. They also acted as trade routes for the Crusaders who wanted to bring the neat stuff from the Middle East back home. Make it rain. With the growth of these two cities, soon Italian business people decided to introduce banking to the West. Wealthy merchants began investing in trading ships, and all was well.
Now, we have a special interview with a crusader that fought in the Crusades and Pope Urban II. Let's begin.
Now let's speak to a knight from the very first crusade of 1095. Introducing Nobleman John. Why did you guys fight?
He did it for Jesus.
Alright, I understand that Pope Urban II told you guys should fight in the name of the God. Why?
We did it to get back our Holy Land, Jerusalem, and to save our brothers from the suffering.
Why'd you want Jerusalem?
It's our Holy Land.
Any real-world application?
I don't know.
Next, we have Pope Urban II to tell us more.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So tell us, why did you want Jerusalem?
Well, it is the Holy Land, but it provides more area for Christians to spread out, diversify, and we can all unite under one religion.
Sounds legit. So all pretty noble reasons, right?
Well, there's money, because Jerusalem was pretty poppin'. Yeah, so it's just a lot more money to bring into Europe, trade, and all that stuff.
So money, power, and unification?
Yeah.
Hi, and we're back. Next, we have the impact of the Crusades for these Christians. Let's watch.
Hello, and welcome to Less Than 60 Minutes. I'm your host, Johnny. Tonight we have a very special guest, Neftali Ortiz.
Hello. So let's get straight down to it.
These crusades started by you guys, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Pope Urban II was like, hey, let's take the Holy Land away from the savages. And I was like,
How have these endeavors affected you?
well, for starters, it really made us want to trade with the East now. Because they just had all these wonderful things like spices, perfumes, carpets, all this great stuff. And I was just like, I just want to trade with the East.
How have these endeavors affected the way you view the world?
Well, it really opened our eyes to the ancient civilizations of the world. It's just great because, for example, we saw the real Holy Land that we had heard so much about.
I understand these wars set you up as a powerhouse in Europe, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Final question. How have these wars affected you intellectually?
You see, we met these Muslim scholars, and they taught us new sciences, new maths, and they had opened our eyes.
Now let's tune in for a timeline for our Crusades.
In 1095, Pope Urban II started the First Crusade to take back Jerusalem, uniting the Christians. In 1099, Christian victory. 1147, the Second Crusade is won by the Muslims, and all Latin Christian states were destroyed. 1189. The Third Crusade was led by the Emperor Barbossa, King Philip II, and King Richard I. 1192. King Richard I is the only one left, and he signs a treaty with Saladin. 1291. End of Crusades.
Finally, it's time for a game show. We have a Jeopardy game with a Christian, a Muslim, and a Jew. This is going to be fun. Now over to my host, Neftali.
Hello, I am your host, Neftali Ortiz, and we have a surprise for you. We have two contestants today, a Jewish man by the name of Elijah and Abu Dalla. Let's get this thing rolling. So let's begin our show. As you know, I'm a Christian, and I believe that we deserve the Holy Land. So today we're going to be asking a lot of opinionated questions. That's alright. So let's get this thing on the road and begin with the first question. Which religion is the most violent?
This is Alubada.
What is a Christian?
Elijah.
What is a Muslim?
Correct! You see, in the Quran, it states that whoever attacks you can be attacked upon. And that is why the Muslims, they'll deserve the Holy Land. That's why they're the most violent of them all. Alright, second question. This religion put Jesus of Nazareth to death.
What is a Jew?
Correct! You see, the Jews put their own king to death. That's why they're disgusting and vile and nobody likes them. Well, that concludes our show.
What?
See you next time!
That's all, folks. That's all the time we have today. See you next time.